Good evening, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and students of Lake Hamilton High School, welcome to the Top 25 Award Ceremony. This morning, we gather to honor the academic excellence and outstanding achievements of an exceptional group of Lake Hamilton High School students. Before we proceed, please rise for the posting of the colors and remain standing for our national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Now remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you to our JRTC Color Guard for that inspiring presentation. You may now be seated. Now, without further ado, it is my honor to introduce today's speakers, Michelle and Nick Costin. The Costins are owners of the Cornerstone Veterinary Clinic in Greenwood. Michelle has a bachelor's degree in extension education and journalism at U of A Fayetteville and a master's degree in secondary science from the University of Missouri at Columbia. Nick completed his undergraduate degree in animal sciences at University of Arkansas at Fayetteville, and his doctorate in veterinary medicine at the University of Missouri, Columbia. The Costins have 2 sons and 2 daughters. They enjoy outdoor activities, spending time with family, and are both avid readers. Please put your hands together and welcome home Lake Hamilton High School, class of 1996 alumni, Michelle and Nick Costin.
Thanks, Colton. So As it turns out today, I'm really just your driver for your real speaker, which is this lady right here. But I've been asked to add my 2 cents, so I thought I'd share a few words. As Colton said, Michelle and I are both alums of Lake Hamilton School District. We were students here K through 12. We do live in a town just south of Fort Smith, Arkansas called Greenwood. Just a quick rundown for our family, because I do think it provides some context for the other things I was going to say this morning. Abby is our oldest. She's 20 years old and going to be starting a nursing program at UCA in Conway this summer. Brandon is our second child. He is a senior at Greenwood High School this year. Cameron is our youngest daughter. She's actually our cross-country runner and she's finishing up her 10th grade, going into 11th grade. Dexter, who plays soccer and also runs cross-country, is our 8th grader, going to be going into ninth grade. And if you guys lose track, just like I often do, it's interesting. God sent them to us in alphabetical order. They're A, B, C, and D, so that may clear up some confusion. I provide that little background because when I say this, I say you guys are our people. Or maybe a better way to put it would be maybe we're your people. But I say this because growing up and our origins being the same place geographically in this institution of Lake Hamilton School District, but also because I suspect a lot of the conversations that we have over our dinner tables at night that talk about our dreams and goals and some of the fears and everything that we have we're in the same spot of life as you all are. So those, whether it's in Piercy or Hemp Wallace or Greenwood or Burnville, it's all kind of the same conversation. But I got to thinking about what I would say today when Donald Westerman asked us to speak. I said, I kind of thought to myself, it's like, well, if I put myself in your guys' shoes, like what would I tell my oldest boy, which again, Brandon being kind of at the same level as you guys are at the moment, like what would I say? And I know you guys are like all bent toward academia. Obviously that's the case or you wouldn't be here. So you guys pay attention, and that's why you're here this morning. Stay persistent, because this will pay off, is what I would say to that. And then kind of a few quick thoughts, I guess, is one is we need you. I could rattle off a bunch of examples of our leadership void in our country or in our world. And I can give you a bunch of stats and negativity, which really wouldn't be helpful right now, but we do need you guys to grow up with developed minds looking to serve other people. That service, which could be on the world stage or your home level, is all important. The education that you're receiving here at Lake Hamilton High School is second to none. I've had the privilege of, in my industry, being able to kind of rub elbows with some of the world leaders in this field. And that all came out of, I started over here in kindergarten and Miss O'Dwyer's class. So, this kind of goes all the way through. You guys can go and be and do and have with the best this country has to offer and in the world. Second thing I thought about that I would tell Brandon is the biggest challenge of your generation, I believe, is the fight for your attention. In a world of TikToks, I want you to be the book. That could be literally or figuratively. I see online videos all the times of these like life hacks and all these sort of things, and sometimes the best way to do things is just the hard way, so just do it. Afterward, you won't feel like the hack when it's all over with. And then the third thing I guess I would say is there's a quote I like from Sir Isaac Newton, and it says, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." And what he was referring to, that was written in a letter to a fellow scientist that, he's talking about the contributions that other people had made before them. But I also don't think he would disagree that a lot of folks have contributed to his success, and a lot of folks have contributed to your success. So, as you think about this, if someone over the years, which, again, we're kind of coming out of this life phase of doing this, but, making lunches, not so much me, but maybe making lunches, changing diapers and all those sort of things all started from the beginning. Those are all the reasons why you guys are here. So sometime I challenge you guys in the next few weeks or maybe even the next few hours, if you have the opportunity right now today, to thank the people around you that have contributed to that. And speaking of thanking the people that are around us, I will now let Michelle talk about the rest. And just a quick mention to say that this is the month anniversary of our 25th wedding anniversary. And the minister at our ceremony was none other than Donald Westerman, so I do want to mention that part as well.
So to piggyback on that, saying thank you, if your mom and dad are here, us senior parents are having a hard time right now. So, yes. So tell them thank you. Send them a text. I know you have your phone or your watch on. Send them a text right now and say thank you. Because we are not well, are we, moms? But I am glad to be back. It's been a few years. As they said, 1996, that was a long time ago. But it seems like just yesterday. And I know that's a really old person thing to say. My kids tell me that all the time. But I have a lot of really good memories from high school. I'm sure you do too. So a few of those I'd like to share with you. They're all warm, they're silly, they're funny. There were FFA trips that involved bubbles streaming 10 stories down in a hotel in Northwest Arkansas. Lots and lots of bubbles. There were late night gab sessions on hotel rooftops, maybe. There was cheering for all my friends in sports, homecomings, proms. Then senior year brought yearbook signing day and a few senior skip days along the way. There was also the bus trip I got left behind at a gas station. Keep in mind there were no cell phones, so it was a little bit before I was missed. There was an NHS convention trip. It was a very small town with very small motels, but we had the best of friends that we traveled with. Lots of really good memories. There was eating out of vending machines between yearbook work and sports practices and calling that dinner. There was driving home from school, windows down, music up, feeling free. There were long rotary phone conversations with friends, curling irons, lots of hairspray, and Polaroid cameras. Those have all been replaced with cell phones, flat irons, but the one thing that remains is you have your high school memories, and I hope they've been fantastic, fun, warm, and silly. But there are also those memories that were challenging. They were a little bit scary. Those are the memories of the things that stretched me and made me uncomfortable. Way back when AP classes were a pretty new thing, we had people that believed in us, that challenged us to do that, rather than just the honors classes that would have been easy to skate by. They challenged us to expand into that college-level coursework while we were still in high school. It would have been so much easier, but we chose the hard path. It was definitely more challenging and a little bit scary. However, I entered college with outstanding study habits and was mentally prepared to be successful in those college courses. Even before high school, I met a man who changed my life. I was prissy, I was bratty, and I had not encountered a lot of hard things in my life. There was a man who again saw potential in my abilities, and he knew that I needed to grow personally. He was willing to invest time in me, and he was willing to demand the hard things from me. He insisted that I use my big mouth for something good, something besides making fun of him in my ag class. So I ended up loving the public speaking he demanded I do, and I competed at a national level twice during my high school years in FFA. It was very challenging and a little bit scary. Then there's another man in my life, my dad. And he told me when I was 15 that I could not date on my own until I did two things. One, I had to learn to drive a stick shift in case I was dating a boy who had one. And two, I had to be able to defend myself against any boy's unwanted advances. So I did love boys, and I don't know if my dad would have held up to those requirements or not, but I was taking no chances. So I practiced driving his truck that had a manual transmission. I knew that if I could drive that 1978 Junker, I could drive anything. And I also enrolled in Taekwondo classes. The Taekwondo classes, I'm not terribly athletically gifted, despite what Nick shared about our kids, who have somehow turned out that way. But I did train under a world-class instructor who saw potential in me. He demanded hard things from me. There were long training sessions, there was clean nutrition, and there was high character that was required outside of the gym. I ended up dating a boy who drove a truck with a stick shift, this guy here, and I ended up earning my black belt. So I guess I'm glad I jumped through my dad's hoops, even though they were hard. So why are these hard things important? Why are they important to you? Why should you choose to do those hard things? In the midst of those hard things are where I learned the skills and the lessons that would prepare me for a life beyond mediocrity. I learned to overcome obstacles, to endeavor with confidence, and to pursue excellence in all that I do: work, family, sports. My confidence was grown through public speaking and leadership experiences in high school and college. I learned to evaluate information for myself, form educated opinions, and confidently defend my beliefs, whether those beliefs are political, spiritual, or some other. The confidence gained through hard things has helped us attain graduate level degrees and start a successful veterinary business from nothing. Every day, I'm able to confidently interact with dozens of clients and manage our staff. I am able to confidently go before my town city council and discuss matters important to my family and to my business. I'm able to model persistence, work ethic, and curiosity to my children and to my employees. I believe that without doing the hard things early on, our professional success would not have been possible. Personally, I believe my Taekwondo training taught me the discipline to live a physically and spiritually healthy lifestyle. I am able to set and achieve challenging goals and be an example of discipline and persistence for our 4 children. Long-distance running and fitness have been an important part of my adult life, and I believe what initially helped set my children on a path of being health-conscious, dedicated high school athletes. They've won state championships, all-conference, and all-state awards. Little brag mom moment there. Being academically successful and continuing to be lifelong, curious learners have modeled behaviors that have helped our children be successful students, 2 of whom are going to college on competitive academic scholarships now. Doing hard things benefits not only you, but also your families and friends who can learn from your examples. You will then someday become the individuals who see potential in others and encourage them to do the hard things. Choose to surround yourself with others that you see doing the hard things. Iron sharpens iron. You will inspire and encourage one another through the challenges. But what about when you don't want to? You just don't want to do the hard things. You don't desire to do the hard things. That's where discipline will carry you through. Desire versus discipline. Remember that. Sometimes you'll have the desire. The rest of the time, you'll just have the discipline to do it anyway. In those moments when we're tired, when we're overwhelmed, when we're scared, when we just want to stop, we find ourselves saying to one another, why do we always do it the hard way? Why are we not content to just get by? Because we aren't satisfied with mediocrity. We're not willing to settle for the outcome of complacency. We want the fulfillment that those challenging, maturing, refining experiences, the hard things, bring to our lives. I hope you each have a memory book, or in this age, social media, full of the warm, fun, silly memories acquired in high school. You'll carry those with you and look back someday when you're middle-aged like us, and you'll cherish those memories. However, the challenging, kind of scary memories will be the ones that carry you forward. And as you move forward into the next phase of life, do the hard things.
Let's give another round of applause for the Costons. Costons, if y'all will come back on stage, we have an award for you. As a token of our appreciation for your time shared with us, please accept the Spirit of the Wolf Award. And now, the moment we've been waiting for, the presentation of the Top 25 Awards. These students have demonstrated exceptional dedication to academic achievement and have achieved excellence in all of their respective classes. Presenting Top 25 Awards for the sophomores are Emma Qualls and Jedediah DeWeber. Emma and Jedediah are members of the class of 2024. Both will be recognized later this morning with the Top 25 Awards.
This morning, we will recognize 27 Lake Hamilton High School sophomores who have achieved Top 25 status. Each sophomore will receive a certificate and a limited edition, one-of-a-kind t-shirt.
If we could have our sophomores stand up and make a line, please. First up, we have Emily Abernathy, Caleb Black, Natalie Brakefield, Anna Bullen, Riley Burns, Journey Butler, Abigail Cousins, Adrian Forrest, Bethany Hartman, Hadassah Hurd, Alexis Hernandez, Deacon Higgins, Justice Huggins, Adeline Johnson, Elena Kincannon, Reese Lackey, Asher Lyons, Zeta McCain, Haley Miller, Taylor Mitchell, Lane Pender, Janet Rogers, Mackenzie Ruffin, Elijah Stack, Noah Stack, Lucas Sutterfield, Jonathan Ward, and Leah Wyburn. Can we please have another round of applause for all of our top 25 sophomores?
Presenting Junior Top 25 Awards are Alexis Hernandez and Bethany Hartman. Alexis and Bethany are members of class of 2026. They were both recognized a few minutes ago with Top 25 Awards.
This morning, we will recognize 27 Lake Hamilton High School sophomores who have achieved Top 25 status. Each sophomore will receive a certificate and a limited edition one-of-a-kind t-shirt.
Isabella Adkin, Brady Bales, Brinkley Cochran, Caitlin Connor, Abigail Crow, Jenny Dong, Brianne Dragon, Jada Irwin, Caitlin Guthrie, Cameron Hale, Audrey Harrell, Addison Hunt, Lainey Inman, Elijah Johnston, Madeline LaFleur, Alexander Mann, Alexa Martin, Julia Martin, William Murders, Arabella Norton, Nelson Oriana, Colton Quibido, Lloyd Rico. Kayla Bruce. Easton Smith. Easton Spencer. Jake Sproul. Abby Taylor. Jackson Tipkin. Ian Triplett. Emma Ward. And Kinley Wheeler. Let's have another round of applause for the top 25.
Presenting Senior Top 25 Awards are Caitlin Guthrie and Jake Spurl. Caitlin and Jake are members of the class of 2025. Both were recognized a few minutes ago with Top 25 Awards.
This morning, we will recognize 25 Lake Hamilton High School seniors who have achieved Top 25 status. Each student will receive a certificate, a t-shirt, and a Top 25 medal to wear during the commencement ceremony on May 17th.
Catherine Abernathy. Bailey Bell. Brooklyn Broughton. Reagan Caruth. Eric Chen. Abigail Dalton. Jedediah DeWeber. Giselle Diaz. Tegan Gossett. John Grice. Jackson Higginbotham. Sarah Humphreys. Avery Hunt. Emma Johnson. Cooper Kent. Lucas McCain. Zane McCain. Shayla Pretzel. Emma Qualls. Laura Ramos. Ty Robinson. Jeanette Rodriguez. Chloe Shamel. Hope Smeltzer. Phoebe Trussell.
Next, we have the pleasure of recognizing a few generous scholarship presenters who have made a significant investment in the future of our students. Mr. Donald Westerman is here today representing the Arkansas School Plant Management Association. Mr. Gary Jackson will present a scholarship from the Hot Springs Chamber of Commerce and the Garland County Metro Partnership. Ms. Joyce Whitfield with the Hot Springs Area Community Foundation will present the Chitwood Johnson Steinman Scholarship.
I normally don't represent the Arkansas School Plant Managers Association, but I am today. So I'm very pleased to be able to present scholarships on behalf of this organization. Each year, ASPMA awards 25 scholarships across the state to promote the continuation of education to students in search of a vocational, associate, or bachelor's degree. This year, I'm pleased to announce that we have increased the amount from $1,000 to $1,500 per student receiving this award, totaling $37,500 in scholarships across Arkansas. And I'm thrilled to be able to present 2 of those 25 awards to Lake Hamilton students, Reagan Caruth and Jack Higginbotham. Reagan and Jack, will you guys come down and get a scholarship?
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm Joyce Whitfield, the area director for the Hot Springs Area Community Foundation. And I'm honored to be here to present a scholarship. We handle lots of endowment funds and scholarship programs. Primarily, the biggest one we handle is the Oaklawn Foundation Scholarship, but this is an individual family scholarship that I'm going to present today. And I want to give you a little bit of history because it just shows what a family can do when they want to give back to the community for years and years. This scholarship fund was started in 1997 by Russell Chitwood, who I believe was a postal worker at the Hot Springs Post Office, and he was a history buff. But he wanted his family to come together, pool their money, and set up the scholarship fund. So it was 27 years ago. Through the years, it was set up to be a student going to a college in Arkansas majoring in history. Okay. 27 years ago, there were kids that did that. So, for several years, it worked sometimes, but then it became a real challenge to find qualified applicants. And then the years that they didn't find an applicant, then they would give half of the money that was available to the Garland County Historical Society. So that worked. But he said, I really want to give scholarships. So the Community Foundation staff at that time said, we're going to have to broaden this category. You're going to have to broaden this criteria. So they ended up changing it to a student who was going to study social sciences. So that could include a student who wanted to teach history, but not necessarily had to be a history major. So through the years, there's been 22 recipients, including the one that I'm going to award today. And the name of the scholarship is the Chitwood Johnson Steinman family. And I want to tell you a little bit about the recipient. Let's see. He is a Lake Hamilton senior, of course, going to a college in Arkansas. He plans to major in psychology and follow up with a pre-med school to become a psychiatrist. He is a returning member of the top 25 of his class, maintains a GPA. From his recommendation letter submitted with his application, I quote, "He has consistently ranked in the top 25 in his class throughout high school his career, balancing school and work very well. He is from a single-parent family and works 2 jobs to help support his mother and himself. He plans to be the psychology major and because he's had a personal connection to mental health as well as having a very large heart for helping others. He plans to become a psychiatrist and practice with a specialization in early childhood development. He hopes to lower that chronic mental health epidemic that plagues his generation and hopes to stop it before it reaches his own children. He plans to attend the University of Arkansas, obtain his bachelor's degree, and at UAMS Northwest plans to seek his license in psychiatry by achieving a medical doctorate before he becomes a resident at UAMS in Little Rock. We all wish him the best. This student deserves this in many ways. We were all are very proud of him at the Community Foundation, the family that selected him. They make the decision, and there's the remaining members of the family, the little lady over in Little Rock, and she was so impressed with his application. And so it's my pleasure to present this award to John Eric Grice.
Good morning. My name is Gary Jackson. I'm with the Hot Springs Chamber of Commerce and Metro Partnership. Until this year, we used to give scholarships away that went strictly to the math and science school. And after 35 years in education, and I moved back and retired and started working for the Chamber, I had one question. There are 7 other school districts in this county. What are we doing for them? Most of the kids at the math and science school are wonderful academians, but they live across the state, and there are wonderful students here in Hot Springs and Garland County. So being hard-headed, we kind of went in a different direction, and we will give 2 $1,000 scholarships to each of the 7 schools in the county, one for academics and one for career and technical education. So we're going to give one away this morning and one again this afternoon, or this evening. I want to congratulate all of you. You don't realize that you have something in common with the rest of the people sitting in the audience here, the seniors that are getting ready to graduate. As you walked across, they wish they were sitting where you are, and you probably wish you were sitting where they are. But that's okay. Your journey will take you there. I'm very proud to announce this year's recipient of the Hot Springs Chamber Scholarship to Emma Qualls. I know I'm probably not supposed to say this, but as you get ready to receive diploma here in a very near future, my money's going to be banked on Mr. Westerman crying harder than you are because he will matriculate with you. So thank you to Mr. Westerman for serving for so many years in education and serving children.
So Mr. Jackson knows me too well. There may be a tear shed. Maybe not this morning, though, because this is a celebration today. What a good opportunity to recognize some incredible students. We're not through recognizing students. Got another group that I'm going to introduce in just a second. But before I do that, I want to say to those of you who have joined us this morning, thank you for celebrating alongside our students. You know, the support of family and friends along the pathway to success is absolutely critical. Your presence here this morning is appreciated. As these students are excelling in the game of life, it's partly because of the investment that you have made in their success. Whether you're moms and dads or grandmas and grandpas or uncles and aunts, and there's brothers and sisters here, and there's friends and mentors, people who may not have blood relation, but you've invested your time and your energy into our students' lives. Whatever your relation to those students, to our students, I just want to say thank you for what you give every day toward their success. There are times that you're a cheerleader, there's times that you're a coach, there's times that you're just a teammate. But what you always are is present. And that really matters. So I'm going to ask our top 25, our outstanding academic scholars, if you will, give this group that's here supporting you a little show of your appreciation this morning. So the final recognition that we celebrate this morning is significant in that it is taking the students who are going to be recognized 4 years of intense effort to receive academic all-star team status. There are only 6. And out of a class of, actually the smallest class we've had here in a long time, a class of about 260, 6 is a small number. But these 6 people have not only demonstrated academic prowess, but they've also excelled in various other facets of their educational journey. The minimum criteria for selection to the academic all-star team at Lake Hamilton High School requires a minimum ACT score of 30, a GPA of 3.25 or above, attainment of platinum, gold, or silver status on WorkKeys assessment, and active participation in both intracurricular and extracurricular activities. Student who receives academic all-star status must have enrolled in advanced placement or concurrent classes. So, without further ado, Colton used that phrase a while ago. I haven't heard that in a long time. Without further ado, let me introduce our well-rounded individuals who excel academically. They exhibit leadership qualities, and they really contribute meaningfully to our school community. These students will receive really the coolest t-shirt I think we have ever handed to a kid, and will also receive the special silver tassel to be worn at the graduation ceremony. Also, your photo will be captured, your picture will be captured on photo, and you'll be adorn the halls of the high school from here on out. So, could I get, a couple of you guys come up and help present. Emma Kate Johnson. Catherine Jane Abernathy. Cooper Kent. Arturo Ortega. Phoebe Trussell. Congratulations. And Jedediah DeWeber. Let's give this team of academic all-stars another round of applause. I'm going to give the microphone back to Colton in just a second, but I want to give a few instructions before I do. You guys that have received honors and awards this morning, please stick around. Immediately following our ceremony, you'll come down and we'll do a big group picture. I think we will probably just do by classes. So will that be good? So let's we'll start with a senior class. We'll call you up and do them right here in front. Mr. Bridges will take care of that. Moms and dads and all of you supporters out there, if you want to come down after we get the group picture and get photos in front of the backdrop, you're more than welcome to do that. Thank you for being here today.
All right, thank you to everyone for joining us today to celebrate our academic excellence and achievement. We wish our students continued success in all their future endeavors. Please plan to attend the commencement ceremony for the class of 2024 on May 17th in Bank Ozark Arena. Now, we ask that y'all all stay for pictures. Thank you all for coming, everyone.